All right, welcome to the inaugural podcast of Mawp, More Assholes with the Podcast. Here with you, I'm Mike Magaha.
And Dave.
Just Dave, keeping it simple. And, Dave, explain to people where our name comes from, what it is.
It mainly comes from our old band, More Assholes with a Band, that we had ever since we were in high school. I mean, you came up with it I know you came up with it when you were in, math class or whatever?
Yeah, I was falling asleep in algebra.
Nice. I was falling asleep, and I came up with a band name.
X equals Y equals mob. I was like, oh no.
E equals MC mob, whatever. But that's how we came up with it, and so for this podcast, we were coming up with different names, trying to figure out what would work for us, and pretty much everything we came up with existed already.
Yeah, I got really excited. I came up with Scattershot, and you were worried about the NRA, and then you just found out it's just a podcast name somewhere. And then we came up with Ricochet, random topics, and someone was just as clever. So,
yeah.
Fuck.
People are just as creative as us.
Yeah, we're not that special. But, speaking of that, we're not that special. We feel kind of stupid doing this sometimes. But what do we want from that? What do you think, what do you actually expect this to be, or what do you want it to be? Or both?
I just want it to be pretty much expressing to people how we are in real life. This is something that me and you have done pretty much every weekend since we've been kids. We've talked either on the phone or on internet, and we would just either talk and just completely bullshit about whatever we wanted, and either playing video games at the same time or just going off. And figured, other people may like to hear what we have to say and see our point of view on life, and that's where this kind of came from.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of made it an art to bullshit, and that's just kind of our hangout. So it does make sense. It's like, you're creative. You've always done your videos. You do your video game reviews, and I write stories and things like that, or at least I try to. And
you can see from all the books behind you of all the stories you've worked on. Yeah. And you've worked on that typewriter back there.
Yeah. All these books are mine, especially the Hemingway books back there.
Michael S. Hemingway.
Michael Shit Hemingway? I don't know what the S is. It's not my middle initial, so we'll go with shit. But,
I like the S.
But yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time. That's kind of what I want. I want to turn what we do. We lose so many funny ideas. They're stupid. They're offensive. By the way, anyone listening to this, just know our humor's off-color. It's going to come from a good place. We're just trying to make ourselves and you laugh. But, yeah, we just don't want to lose these jokes. Just let them dissipate with the drunkenness. So we're going to try to record some of this bullshit for you. And hopefully you get some entertainment out of it. But yeah, so that being said, I gotta tell you something, Dave. I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but I'm working construction at the moment, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's something completely new to me, but I'm figuring it out. But that being said, I have these little moments, and let's just say there's a little racist gnome in all of us, and...
A racist gnome?
Yeah, a racist gnome. Just this little guy. You're not racist... Yeah. But there's this little guy running through your system, occasionally just pops in your head, oh, think this! And you're like, no! I don't want to think that! Stop!
Like a gremlin or something?
Maybe it's a gremlin. Maybe gnome's the wrong word. People see me and see my height, they're like, you are the racist gnome. But no, so anyway, I have this moment. And I got all this fucking gear on, and I gotta use the porta potty. By the way, it's called Johnny's Potties, so everyone's clever, not just us.
So wait, wow.
Gotta rewind.
You're shitting on Johnny.
Alright, let me clarify. Peeing. I do not shit in these things. Unless I'm at the Ren Fair and I've got no option.
Either way, you're peeing on Johnny.
Peeing on Johnny. But anyway, so, I take my work gloves off. I don't want pee gloves. Because then I touch a bandsaw, someone knows I didn't wash my hands. They're like, So, I put all that stuff in my helmet, my tool belt. I set it all outside the porta potty. And I don't know why I'm going into that much detail. So I go and do my business, I come out, and then I have this moment. I put on my gloves, I pull them down, like this. And I felt powerful, and I didn't know why. And then I pulled up my tool belt and I strapped my tape measure in. I put my, like, fucking damage-proof radio on the other side, and I put my helmet on last, a hard hat, bright blue-ass hard hat. And I think, I feel like a Mexican Batman. And I didn't know. Yes, yeah, that look that you're giving
Mexican Batman.
Mexican Batman. That's the look I'm sure a lot of people are like, okay, done with this shit. I'm sorry, I'm ruined the inaugural podcast.
Stop. Done. Over.
See the little race.
We already lost the 2 viewers we already had.
They're probably my family members, but no. So I'm thinking, but to give it wasn't just that random thought came in my head. Not that I work with a lot of Mexicans. It's like that guy saying, "Oh, I have a black friend." I have Mexican friends, So I put all this shit on, and it reminds me of, like, a scene from Homer's The Iliad, like, those old Greek epics where it's called an Aristeia. It's just a fucking page-long description of this dude getting ready for battle. It's like he pulls on the gloves and he sheathes the shin guards, or, he's not a soccer player, but I'm sure he had shin guards.
Do soccer players have swords? What kind of soccer?
Well, I said shin guards. I'm sure it was called, like, super badass metal shin plates. But anyway, so I do all this, and I just felt powerful. And then I realized, I don't know how to use any of this shit. It's like, wait, I'm Mexican Batman, but I'm the Mexican Batman who shows up at a party in the costume of Mexican Batman. Like, I'm not even good enough or qualified enough to be Mexican Batman. It's like, you can dress up as Batman. You're not fucking Batman. Well, that's what I just did. So, props to my Mexican Batman brothers who are really playing the role. I just showed up like, hey, who's ready to take jello shots? I'm Mexican Batman, motherfucker.
So, you're like, I just imagine it being like in The Dark Knight, where, like, at the beginning of the movie, like, all those, like, fake Batman show up and start trying.
Oh, yeah!
Like the fucking hockey pads, and Batman finally shows up and is like, just destroys them all, and they're like, but we want to be like you, and he's like, fuck off. I'm Batman.
Yeah, Batman doesn't wear hockey pads. That's the line. That's the line.
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, be like, Mexican Batman isn't white. By the way, this is coming from a good place, like I said before. I've got to keep reaffirming this.
Yes,
but,
you do.
Speaking of fucking awesome superheroes created by me or by actual talented artists out there, we just watched something really interesting. And, Dave, you got to take me through this one, because it blew my mind more than a little bit.
I watched this movie, like, 2 or 3 times by now. Like, oh my god, it's on YouTube. It was crowdfunded. It's called Kung Fury. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to check it out. It was the funniest, most creative video I've ever seen. That apparently, like, looks like it was made with using, like, the lowest amount of money possible. And the fact that it was free to watch made it even better to me. But basically, if you haven't seen it, the gist of it is a police officer who develops, like, kung fu skills from lightning.
And he gets struck by lightning, and then says, and I was also hit by a cobra. But that doesn't seem to come into play.
Doesn't make sense that he was bit by a cobra and struck by lightning at the same time, and develop kung fu skills at the same time. Oh,
let me say real quick, for our audience members, let's not spoil the movie. I just thought about that because we were about to go on a tangent.
I don't give a shit. Spoil alert. If you haven't seen it, pause this shit now and see the movie.
It is only half an hour.
I don't care. If you don't feel like being spoiled, keep listening. If not, pause this shit and watch the movie. Whatever.
It's only 30 minutes out of your day.
Yeah. It's not that long. You can get through it. I watched it twice in a day and still had a lot to do. But I watched it, posted it to Facebook, watched the David Hasselhoff music video after, and then kept watching the movie again.
Dave, you might need to go more into detail about the Hasselhoff influence and participation in this film.
Yes. We'll get to that. We'll get to the David Hasselhoff.
True survivor, baby.
But I mean, it's a throwback to old 80s like cop dramas and kung fu movies, but it throws a lot of 80s culture into it. And I don't know about you, but I am very nostalgic, and I'm into 80s and 90s culture. I'm not so much into whatever's going on now. I don't really pay attention to it, but like I just love this movie so much because it has scenes of kung fu, old arcades, like 80s cars, 80s music, David Hasselhoff providing the theme song.
I mean, like I said to you, Dave, the opening shot of Miami, the pan from the helicopter. I swear to God they stole that from Miami Vice. Like,
they had to have.
Hell, I think Dexter stole it a little bit too. Like, we all love the 80s. I mean, we watched Lethal Weapon in the womb. We know it. But
who doesn't love the 80s?
No women will ever say they don't love the 80s, so we got that going.
Well, I mean, if women had like big hair, had like the perms and the big hair of the 80s, God, I think I don't know if I could stay off them. But
actually,
that's kind of a lie.
I'm gonna say I'm content with the hair change. Like I don't like any of the music coming out now. I don't like. But the hair, yeah, keep the hair the way it is now.
You don't like the leopard print and all that shit now?
We had that. It's called yoga pants. I'm not going there yet. I'm not going there yet. But goddamn, like it's the same thing, just without the leopard print. At least the leopard print kept you from seeing through to the ass. And keep going. I'm getting off topic.
We'll come back to that one.
We'll see about that.
No, but this movie, it was the most creative, funniest, most out there movie I've seen. And like, you have to classify it as a movie. And the fact that it's never even come out on DVD or Blu-ray, it blows my mind, because the second it does, I'm buying it. I want this. I want that and the soundtrack. It's just dripping with 80s cheese, and I love it.
Oh, that's a good. I haven't heard that. Dripping with 80s cheese, Kung Fury.
It really is.
Oh, that's
like,
good.
Oh my God!
Oh shit! I don't know why it's cheese, but
a movie
cheese is good.
Where Hitler is a kung fu master.
Kung Fury.
Kung Fury! You have to love this!
Yeah, gotta do.
And then they got Yorma from The Lonely Island to play in this movie. Yorma and David Hasselhoff. You can't go wrong.
Well, Yorma was Hitler, so yeah, of course. But David Hasselhoff, my God.
Yeah. That made the movie. The fact that he did the soundtrack and they have a music video called Lone Survivor for the movie, and they have him being parts of the movie. And me and you and Mike, we almost couldn't believe that this was actually done as part of the movie. We had to look up to see, okay, was this a song that was already out? Or was this one that was done for the movie? And I can't find anything that shows otherwise, that doesn't say this was for the movie. Like, and that blows both of our minds.
Yeah, it does.
That they got David Hasselhoff to record an original song, an original music video for this this free YouTube movie that was paid for by just backers. Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man. I tell you.
I wish I would have known about it, because I would have backed it if I would have known about it. I didn't know about it until it actually was a thing.
And if you backed it, you could have got your head blown off in the film.
I would have been awesome.
You get 2 seconds of FaceTime. You turn and go, "Huh!" And then a big robot, arcade machine, flicks you off and shoots you from the middle finger. A little below it, but it blows your head off. And it's great! Very graphic.
I actually could imagine Pac-Man doing that to somebody.
Oh, Pac-Man's an asshole.
Fuck Pac-Man.
Yeah, he treated Miss Pac-Man wrong so many years. That's why she moved out and got her own game. You know? Because the arcade machine's only a home for the video.
He wouldn't give her a baby Pac-Man.
No,
a Pac-Baby.
No, she had babies and he ate them.
Oh, okay.
It's the Pac-Man abortion. You know, you don't have to be pregnant anyway. That thing can come out and he just takes care of it.
Just little pellets, just...
It's like, hey, daddy, Matt. Oh, man. Oh, and... Oh, God. That, like, to talk about David Hasselhoff. Like, it, like, makes me think about that drunk video his daughter took that leaked onto the internet. And I told Owen, we watched it. I couldn't help it. Our buddy Owen, like, he's a member of the band Mob that's, our dream's still alive. We're trying. But, you know, we were sitting on the couch and we watched Kung Fury because Dave told us about it. And we watched it. Then we watched a David Hasselhoff music video. And then we had to watch the drunk video. He's laying on the ground, drunk as shit, trying to eat a hamburger. And he looks at it and falls apart. He's like, this is a mess. And he keeps... and I look at Owen, and I tell him, I feel like a horrible person for watching this. And then I turn back and I keep watching it. Like, I don't stop watching it. But I do genuinely feel awful, because I know she meant it to be like an intervention type of video. But drunk David Hasselhoff in that video, it's random, it seems uncharted, but it just makes me think of something that was bugging me all week. And it still bothers me. Because it's an idiom, it's something we say, it's something drunk people think's clever. And I've been drunk a few times, so let me say is horseshit. Is that old saying, drunks always tell the truth? Really? Really, people? That's what we believe this. A lot of people fucking believe this.
I've never heard anybody say drunks tell the truth, but
no.
I understand where you're coming from.
Let me clarify. That's not the actual saying. The actual saying is, a drunk man never lies. You've never fucking heard that?
I guess I do. I guess maybe like...
Just lie and say you do.
Well, like from personal experience. Yes, I would lie until I do. No, just... From personal experience, I feel like maybe... No, actually, I'd lie constantly, even when I'm drunk.
Yeah, so, like... But I think for listeners, I think most people have heard this saying. A drunk man never lies. And I have to say it in that voice because it's an antiquated saying. It's been around. And God knows who said it. Whoever...
Does antiquated mean pirate?
Well, pirates...
A drunk man never lies.
A pirate's old, so...
We're gonna get Peter Pan.
Unless you're Somali.
Because we don't lie.
But anyway, it's like... The reason it bothers me is because I prove this wrong on a regular basis. And... Hate to say it, but people like Dave here and Owen and our friends, they all know this for a fact. It's like, I am a very honest guy. I mean, you know, I'm too honest. It gets me in fucking trouble. Like, my facial expression go, huh? It's like someone looks...
You have a very big problem with your facial expressions when it comes to anybody saying anything to you. You will say one thing, and your face will show the exact opposite.
I think you're pretty.
You're very beautiful.
Yeah, that perfume smells all the time. Oh, get away. But no, it's like... And I know it's not just about being drunk. I think it's in my personality. Like, back when we were 15, 16, Dave, I'm sorry. Just in advance. I'm sorry.
There we go.
This story, it's going to live forever now on the internet where no one will see it. But...
It will live forever in our minds.
But no, I like to think that I get drunk and I have this habit. But no, when I was 16, I mean, don't get me wrong, I imbibed a little bit.
Who didn't lie, though, when they were 16?
But to this extent. Like, for cruelty, for amusement, like I did. Anyway, let's get this...
Those were just evil douchebags.
Oh, yeah. Sociopaths. But,
yeah, there you go.
But no, so... I worked at a fast food restaurant one time. A&W, I think.
Yeah, it was A&W.
Yeah, A&W. Not that it's relevant, I just think it's odd. Like, it was the first time I saw a root beer chain restaurant. So, I worked there for 2 weeks during the Christmas holiday, and that's my only experience.
It's about as long as the restaurant lasted.
And one day, we were 15 or 16, and Dave says to me, we're at a McDonald's, he's throwing away a cup, and we leave, and he's like, I can't believe they just throw away all these cups. It just seems so wasteful. And I don't know what clicked. I don't know why this happens. And I know a lot of you think, oh, this lying thing, that stems down to childhood. Fuck you, I'm not going that deep. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's just, like, I don't know what happened back there. I'm going to black something out. I don't want to know what doctor touched me. We're not going to do that right now. So, but anyway, something clicks in my head, and it's just like 2 seconds. I make this decision in 2 seconds. I'm like, hey, Dave, they don't throw them away. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, where are you going to go with this shit? So, you look at me. You just, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, well, you know how they had the walk-in freezers? You're like, yeah. And then I'm like, well, they got one equal size next to it. It's called a sterilization room. And they pay the janitor to pick out all the cups that were thrown away. And they stack them all nice and neat. You gotta have a certain amount of space between each cup, you know, for health reasons. And then you let them sit for 24 hours. And then they're sterilized and you reuse them.
Makes sense. It does, kind of, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I know there's a million of you out there going, shut up, Dave. That doesn't make any sense. No. If you think about it. Think about the world we lived in. Fucking everybody recycled everything back then. Like, this was like late 90s, early 2000s. Everybody was recycling everything back then. Kind of made sense. I never worked in a fast food restaurant before, so I don't know.
By the way, anyone listening, I have never heard Dave justify it to this extent before, so this is great to hear.
I have to justify a little bit. I can't let our listeners think, oh my god, Dave is a complete fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, in the context of the times, I think it actually made sense. All the recycling.
It kind of did.
Anyway.
I was like 15, come on.
Well, the funny part of the joke is you believed it for years. Like, and every time you mentioned it, I had forgotten about the joke and the lie, and you brought it back up, and I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot you believed that.
At least I didn't go to McDonald's and like hand them back the cup. Like, here's for your sterilization
It's
room.
like, it doesn't make sense for you to pick them all out. Here, I'll be nice.
Here, let me give this to you.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, does that make you an asshole? Since you legitimately believe they had to pick it out of the trash, and you still throw them away? Like, that kind of makes you an asshole.
That does kind of make me an asshole.
Like, it's good that you didn't, because that would have been so much worse. Because then they would have thought you were fucking with them, and you would have been, like, being so sincere.
I'm sorry, I don't want to make your job easier for you, because I know your job is so hard. Here!
You might have got punched in the
garbage.
face. You might have got a fucking Whopper in the face. Like, it might have happened. Oh, that's an extra pickle.
Okay, well, there are some... Alright, to be honest, there are some restaurants out there that they, like, they give you, like, actual silverware and plates and cups and shit like that they do wash.
Well, like a restaurant.
Yeah, like fucking like A&W. They gave, like, if you, I don't know if anybody out there has actually been to an A&W. If you get like a root beer, they give you a glass cup, like a mug, that you put root beer in. You don't throw that away. I figured, okay, maybe they don't throw all of it away.
This isn't helping your argument.
Shut up. I'm trying here. I'm trying not to make myself look so bad. This was, like, what, 15 years ago? Come on.
By the way, this might be the death of the joke since it's finally on the air somewhere, but it had to happen.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, seriously, anyone listening, whenever I don't know why I do it. It's just spontaneous. I don't mean to. It's like, to introduce myself and make myself look better in front of a group of new friends, I've got to embarrass anyone that they're meeting besides me. It makes me look better. It makes me feel better about myself. I'm short, so I'm a bully. But...
Well, like, me and you have been friends for, what, over almost 20 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
There was that time you told me about that joke where you try to convince an entire group at a bar that you were in a band.
Oh, shit. Oh, actually, that wasn't even... Yeah.
I'm just trying to... I'm also, to be honest, I'm trying to deflect here, so...
You're like, hey, talk about someone other than me.
Someone else that was stupid.
Talk about this...
Not just me. I'm not just the only stupid one. There was other people out here you've convinced.
Talk about those stupid people in Georgia. I love Georgia, by the way. No offense. Shout out to Orvin and all my buddies down in Jessup. But anyway, so we're down... Owen comes to visit me. He's dealing with a heartbreak and all that shit. You know, we're usually the ones dealing with this crap, so...
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, yeah, I could be the good guy now. I could get you drunk and be a good guy for it, instead of just being the enabling asshole. So...
Or the one talking about the breakup.
Oh yeah, well, you know, whatever.
Me and you both have been there.
We all have it. But anyway, so we go to Athens, Georgia. Heard of it? I don't know. I didn't before this. Anyway, it's where Georgia University...
Wasn't Athens, Greece?
No. Athens is a...
Wonder Woman!
It's a party town in Georgia. It's where it's right where they have the University of Georgia at, so it's a college town. So we go, well, first we traveled to the Coca-Cola factory as an excuse to go to the first Chick-fil-A ever. By the way, it's called Dwarf House. They had a midget door. I walked in it and fit. Just a side note.
Nice.
Pictures on Facebook. Anyway, I have to put it on the...
Links will be up.
Links will be up, unfortunately. I mentioned that. But so we go to Athens, and we go to this little bar, and it's kind of quiet. Most kids went back for spring break, but there's still a lot out, so we go in. And I have this problem, and it's like I said earlier, this lying thing. I'm so honest, but I have this problem. If someone will believe it, here's a real problem. You see a person, and you know, just by looking at them, because you don't know, they have no reason not to believe what you say if it doesn't impact them directly. So odds are they'll at least believe you at first.
Yeah.
That's how I, not get off, but it's how I get on a roll. so no, I sit down with this group of, like, 3 really hot college girls and 1 guy. It's just a guy there. I'm like, okay, you're outnumbered. I'm gonna deal with them. And I just start talking. And they're like, who the fuck are you? Like, because Owen's sitting at the bar, like, looking at me, glaring, like, what the fuck are you doing? Just like, oh my god! And I'm like, yeah, shot. And so I sit down, I'm like, oh, you know, we're touring through. Touring through? What do you do?
Touring through.
Really? That's a big word, tour. Oh, yeah, didn't hear? Dropkick Murphys came through, you know, we were opening for them. By the way, I didn't go for Big Air. I didn't say we are the Dropkick Murphys. I was gonna believe that shit. You know, that would have been Big Air. So I made up an obscure band name, Mob, and, you know, a real band name.
Oh, God. Nobody's heard of that one.
Yeah, so, you know.
That's sad.
I didn't even explain it because the acronym spelled out would have been too much. I was like, yeah, we're more assholes with the band. No, that's too on the nose. So I was like, oh, no, we're this band Mob. We're this punk band, and we open for Dropkick Murphys for the summer. You know, we're just passing through. That's why we're older than you guys. Yeah. They're like, oh, okay. And, like, oh, you guys gotta... Oh, dude, this went on for a while, and I kept building the lie. And Owen, with every single lie I built on, he's like, dude, we're gonna get caught. We're gonna get caught. Ah! But I'm like, who the fuck cares? That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
You realize the more lies we build up, that when we finally get caught, that's all on them. They're like, we're fucking idiots.
Because they were stupid enough to believe you?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I was like, yeah, we opened up. And then it's like, oh, man, I wish we could hear you play. I'm like, dude, you got instruments in here? By the way, before I lied, I checked. I made sure there weren't.
Thank God. They were like, oh, I have a guitar here right in my
back
pocket.
I am
fucking play it.
I'm a compulsive liar, but I'm an experienced one. So I know what I can and can't get away with most of the time. That's why, like, even Owen, to this day, there's certain things I was actually telling the truth about. He's like, I only believe you 75% because I'm waiting 20 years from now. You're gonna be like, fuck you. Yeah, it's certain things. I'm not going to bring up the story in particular, but anyway. So I'm there, and finally, you get to this point, it's like some dude's like on his phone. And then, by the way, this story happened. This shows you how quickly technology moves. This happened in maybe 2009, I think, 2008. It was actually before smartphones became real big. Mm-hmm. Smartphones weren't really big yet. Like, internet on the phone, you would think it's been around for a long... 2009, that's not that long ago.
No.
But no one fucking had the access at that bar. Like, there were a few roaming around, but yeah, people weren't really using them. so they couldn't check my information. Which is why I was getting away with this shit. Fuck phones.
Can't Google
Fuck phones, by the way. I fucking hate this shit because I can't lie anymore. Well, at least not like I used to. It's got to be more creative.
Yeah.
But
Mob. There's no mob. Damn.
But no, one guy, he's like, hey, man, I used to play bass. You ever think I could jump in on a CD or something sometimes? Yeah. Well,
no, that's my job.
Yeah.
Fuck
well,
you.
no, you hear a famous band comes through and talking, like, you just try to take any opportunity you can. I'm like, we might be able to give you some room with our bass that you have a chance to work with someone famous. He's like, oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. By the way, for 5 seconds, you were famous, Dave.
Legend.
Legend. That's a story for another time. But
yeah, definitely.
So finally, I was like, dude, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. I'm like, no, I gotta give him the website.
Why stop at
this
point?
I gotta give him the website.
At this point, you're a promoter.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you might as well go full 9 and try to get people to actually listen to us.
Well, no, here's the thing. I wanted them to know I was lying after we were gone. Like, the next day, when they were hungover, like, dude, who was a cool band? I wanted them to actually hear our music. Nice. So, I gave them a real website. Baldrock.com used to exist. It doesn't now because, well, we're not paying for that shit. We don't actually play enough. But
nah.
Baldrock.com at the time existed, and it had our 5 demo songs on it. So there are some really pissed off Georgia students. Some may still remember me. At the end of the night, I was so cocky and built up by my talk of being a rock star that I was starting shit with this little Asian guy. Not, by the way, everything I say makes me sound like an awful person, but
it's okay.
It was just this little Asian guy in a tuxedo jacket for no goddamn reason, and
what?
And he's like, he was trying to pull the people I was talking away, and they didn't want to leave. And I said, let me talk. Just let me keep talking. He's like, dude, you want me to stab you? You want me to stab?
Whoa.
Yeah, it escalated.
Little Asian guy with a tuxedo jacket tried to stab you.
Well, no. He said, you want me to
stab you.
If he had a knife on him, I didn't fucking see it. But I'm 5'3", by the way. Anyone listening? Yes, I know it's short, but he was shorter than me by like an inch or two. Oh, so shit. I felt like a god. Like, I was like, I will pump.
I am king.
But I didn't act intimidating or anything. I just looked out and I laughed. Yeah, that really annoying laugh.
Yeah.
I did that. And he's like, he gets in my, he's like, yeah, I'm going to stab you. I'm going to stab you, motherfucker. I'm going to stab you. I'm like, do it. Please. Do it. I gotta see it. And this is close to word for, I was like, gotta see it. Please. Do it. Gotta see it. This went on for 15 minutes.
So the people that you were trying to convince that you were in a band, they're just sitting there going, the fuck is going on?
2 of the girls were laughing hysterically. One of the girls, so drunk she wasn't even listening to anything anymore. Lost her a long time ago. And the one guy I forgot, and you all probably forgot was in the story at the table.
Yeah.
He was starting to pay attention again because he didn't feel abandoned anymore. But
I feel good because there's an Asian trying to start a fight. Woohoo!
But yeah. Anyway, so, you know, after that, like, and by the way, this has happened countless times, different bars, different lies. It's just something I like to do. I've gotten better about it since being 16. I no longer lie to my friends while sober just to fuck with them. I try not to. If it happens drunk. That's the point of the story. And, you know, I've gotten better. I still do it, but I'm drunk.
To cap this story, I've stopped listening to anything he says and have stopped believing a goddamn thing, anything he ever says.
Well, I'm an honest person who likes to lie. That's the problem. Yeah, like, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that?
What would I do with that?
But,
like,
But anyway, I mean, so
if you told me anything of like, oh, I got abducted by aliens, if you really did, I still wouldn't believe you. Like, unless I need pictures or proof.
Traumatized by an animal probe, and I don't even have my friend's support.
Nope.
But no.
Pictures or it didn't happen. You need to take a picture of you.
But no, later that night, I just, you know, on me walked away. We were trying to find food. Got pulled over by a cop on foot because we're jumping off of walls. I think I pissed somewhere in public, and oh. Dude, just to me pissing in public reminds me of your fucking dog earlier.
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna let you take that away. That cracked me.
Alright. I have this 9-month-old dog named Jojo. We've been trying to potty train him for the longest time. We hired some actual trainers because, like, I had to work. My dad is disabled. We don't have time to really do it, which shows the commitment to my own dog. But
oh, you love him. He's a sweetheart.
I do love him. He's awesome. But like he's been basically going to the bathroom in my dad's room ever since we've had him. Like, he won't go really anywhere else because we've yelled at him so many times everywhere else that he won't go unless he's in my dad's room. And so the trainers took him for a couple weeks to try to train him up. From what I could tell, they haven't done anything. But we got him back. We cleaned up his carpet. Basically, had to scrub the carpet with a mop with a brush on the end of it to get all the like crap and pee off of the carpet. And
hardwood floors.
Basically, I'm about to cut everything up and get hardwood floors. But we're an apartment. I don't know if I could even do that, but I'm about to. I don't care.
Dog shit motivates.
It's friggin' dog. So we get him back. We basically shut his door completely so that he can't use the bathroom in his room anymore. Now he figures, and like, we'll take him out back wherever we can tell he has to use the bathroom, because he'll run back to the bedroom and start scratching at the door, and we'll let him out back, and I swear he won't go. He's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm outside. I'm outside. That's it. I go to the bathroom in your room. I'm outside, so I'm just going to stand here.
He's like a person. He picked the toilet. He knows where the toilet is.
It's like, are you fucking serious? So last night, that's the funniest thing. We were watching a movie. He had to use the bathroom, I could tell. So I let him out back. And I was like, go. Just go. And he has stage fright. So I turned my back, I walked back in, like, go. And I just left him alone. And he just laid outside. He just laid on the ground, didn't do anything. And so I was like, all right, forget it. I let him in. I went to bed. The next morning, today, I found out he went in my dad's room while he was getting ready for bed. He jumped on his bed and just peed on his bed all over the place. I'm like, are you serious? Like, is my dog that much of an asshole?
It's like your dog being outside. It's like a kid being in a car on a drive. He's outside like, will you let me in? I've got to piss. Oh my God, Dave, I got to piss. And you're like, you stay outside until you piss. It's like, I can't piss in the grass car. No! And then you finally let him in, and he's like, yes, toilet. Finally. And your dad's like, bed. No! And he just, yeah. It's awful. It's fucking awful.
It is horrible. It's like, and like, I feel like I'm torturing the poor animal because he won't be able to go to the bathroom like where he wants because I keep the door shut. But I'm like, you have options. I wish like he would understand English or I could speak dog, so I could be like, piss outside. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I think if Anchorman has any credibility, you can speak Spanish.
I am in Texas, so I should learn Spanish.
I mean, just go to your neighbor's house, ask for lessons.
That's true.
I
have 3
Oh man,
neighbors.
nothing I've said tonight's made me sound good.
I have like 1 next door and 2 above. I could figure it out eventually.
1 and 2 what, Dave?
Spanish speakers.
Okay, you're like, I have 1 next door and 2 above, but you're like
dog families. They're all dogs. There's a mother dog, a dad dog, a baby dog.
Yeah, anyone listening who thought he was talking about Spanish-speaking Mexicans is a racist, because he's talking about dog families.
I'm talking about dog families.
Jesus. Oh, man. Well,
oh, it's just bad. It's...
Shit, Dave, I think, like, that might be all we have for now. So, I don't know, you want to wrap this bad boy up? You know, remind people who we are, what we do? We don't know what we do yet, but we're figuring it out.
We're working on it. We are definitely working on it. Well, this is Dave and Mike with more assholes with a podcast.
Definitely more assholes.
Oh, yeah. The first episode has made that abundantly clear.
Yeah, we're Mawp, but that obviously translates to more assholes with a podcast.
We are going to put links in the description below to our Facebook pages, and if you guys have any questions or any topics that you guys think that we should start covering, or anything you want to hear our opinions on, post it in the comments or anything like that.
We're going to set up a Facebook page. Just feel free. If we say something that you like, or something you want to comment on yourself, or experiences you have that relate to what we talk about, go for it. And if we annoy the shit out of you with something we said, please let us know, because that'll be good.
That'll be the entire list.
that'll be enjoyment. Yeah, it's just like, you guys are fucking agitating. But then again, you listened to us for almost an hour, so whose fault really? But yeah, so check out our Facebook, check out our YouTube, and shoot us an email if like that's more direct. But our Facebook messaging will be fine. We're both going to check it frequently.
And you guys and anybody out there in Radio Land, you have a wonderful day.
Take it easy.